A time signature tells us how many beats are in one measure of music. It also tells us what type of note gets one beat. If you remember, a time signature is located at the beginning of a staff next to the clef, and it looks like two stacked numbers. Some examples of time signatures would be 4/4, 6/8, 3/16, 7/2, and there can be many more. The bottom number of a time signature is very important. To the left, we have the beginning numbers, which are 1, 2, and 4. A 1 on the bottom suggests there is one whole note per beat. A 2 on the bottom, there is one half note per beat. And a 4 on the bottom is going to be the most common for beginners, and it is one quarter note per beat. The only numbers that can be on the bottom of a time signature are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and it can go on even further, but it most likely doesn't. You can see that the pattern is just the numbers doubling each time. In this example, there is a 4 on the bottom. This would suggest that the quarter note gets the beat. In this example, there is an 8 on the bottom. That means that the eighth note gets the beat. The top number of a time signature is very important as well. It can be any positive number other than 0, and it tells us how many beats we will find per measure of music. In the top example, 7/8, you can see there is a 7 on top. That means that there are 7 beats per measure. The bottom example, 6/2, means that there are 6 beats per measure. This is a 2/4 time signature. The 2 on top suggests there are 2 beats per measure, and the 4 on the bottom means that the quarter note gets the beat. Here are a few measures that show you what a measure of 2/4 might look like. In the first measure, you can see 2 quarter notes, beats 1 and 2. In the second measure, you can see a half note, which lasts for 2 beats consecutively. And in the last measure, you see 2 quarter rests, which means they are not making sound, but they do take up 2 beats. This is a 3/4 time signature. The 3 on the top suggests that there are 3 beats per measure. The 4 on the bottom would tell us the quarter note still gets the beat. Some examples of 3/4 measures would be these 3. The first measure, we have 3 quarter notes, 1 beat apiece. The second measure, we have a half note followed by a quarter note, which would equal 3 beats. And in the last measure, we have 2 rests followed by a quarter note. 2 quarter rests equals 2 beats, plus the quarter note equals a third beat.